My name is Juliana Doungel. I'm a housewife and I belong to the Kuki community. Thank you, Gurla Ponjel, for having me on the discussion of the topic, Chatnabi and Progression of Women in Society. This is indeed a very relatable topic for women all over the world and more so in our country and our state. At the very outset, I would like to make it clear that whatever I'm going to share is purely my personal opinion formed from what I had observed and heard over the years and also from my own personal experiences. No doubt, we are living in a society which thrives on the deeply rooted customs and traditions and also cultures. Our focus, though, is only in the context of the status of women in the society today. Firstly, let me give you the highlight on how I see the status of a woman in a society, whether she is a tribal or a Mite. A tribal woman looks after her husband and children to the best of her abilities. Basically, she is holding the family together. She may be a working woman or a homemaker. Either way, she is the one playing the major role in looking after the family. In case of financial crunch, we know it is the woman who chip in with all that she has, be it working in the fields, selling vegetables or other things, learning other skills such as weaving or tailoring and earning as hard as she could. But then when it comes to representation, whether in the decision-making body, the civil societies, or religious organizations, a woman is nowhere to be seen. For example, we have one lone woman representative in our Manipur Legislative Assembly today. Out of 60 seats, we have only one woman. I acknowledge the fact that men are appreciative of the contribution made by women, but that's about it and the laurel stops there. One consolation for a tribal woman is that when she gets married, there is no dowry system as such. Whatever the family arranged for the bride-to-be is for her own use in most cases. There is no such thing as demands made by or from the groom side. And when it comes to customs and traditions, the condition of a tribal woman is more liberal, I should say, compared to her Mite counterparts. Let me come to the highlight of how I observe the status of a Mite woman. Needless to say, I know a Mite woman is hardworking just like a tribal woman when it comes to looking after the household, the family. What I find interesting, though, is the contribution of the Mite woman whenever there is a problem endangering the peaceful existence of the people. It is always the Mera Paibis who come forward and spearhead the cause in most cases. No wonder we observe the Nupilal Day remembering the contributions made by women, which is really befitting. We also have the Nupi Kaitir, where the women folks strive to make a living or supporting the family financially by selling vegetables, clothes, and many other things from early morning till late at night, trying to make ends meet. I know the men and the society at large acknowledge the hard work put up by the woman, and they are quite appreciative also. But as I mentioned earlier, the laurel stops there too, just like in the case of a tribal woman. I am aware of the fact that in the Mite society there is talk of the existence of dowry system. I don't know how deep the problem is, but I know it is there. But I'm not going to go deep into it. Besides, in the Mite society, a woman is binded by customs and traditions to behave in a certain way, to carry out some duties, and also dictated in a certain way. A Meitei woman is more binded by customs and traditions as compared to the tribal counterparts. In spite of the contributions made by Meitei women in the family and the society as a whole, we see the same picture. The representation is very less in the decision-making body, be it politics or social organizations or even in religious organizations. So all in all, the status of women in our society today is not high, meaning we need more representation. There is a positive note though. Over the years, slowly and steadily, we see more of educated, smart and independent women, whether in government offices, civil societies or politics. Many among them are managing both their work and the household equally well, which I personally really appreciated and admired. The pace is slow, but women are making progress, no doubt, but we still have a long way to go. If we look into the international arena, we have some great women who are holding the highest post in running the country, company, or an organization. These women are an inspiration and an encouragement for all the women the world over. But then again, the overall picture of women representative is still very low when we look at the total population. My personal take on how to redress and improve the status of women today is, I would like to put forward some 4 points. The first one is education. In spite of the limitations posed by our customs and traditions, what we can do is to give importance to education. An educated man will be able to differentiate what is feasible and not feasible for his wife to follow when it comes to customs and traditions, to what extent she should follow. Because if he himself is educated, he will be surely understanding. Education is freedom, they say. When a woman is educated, she becomes more confident, respectable, smart, and capable, and she is able to attend to her responsibilities more efficiently and in a progressive way, whether at home or in society. An educated woman will be able to voice her rights when and where necessary. And number two, both men and women, or parents I should say, should try to create a conducive atmosphere at home. We should try to create an atmosphere wherein children, both boys and girls, are treated equally. This is the duty of both parents. Though it is the woman who teach a man how to love, I would like to emphasize more on the role of woman to influence her husband in co-parenting and teaching the children, whether it is their mother, their grandmother, or their sisters. It is very important to teach our children how to respect them, because when they grow up, when they get married, they will be able to love, respect, and support their wife the right way. And number three, I would like to put forward the point which is going to sound a bit cliche, but I feel it is a very valid point from my personal experience. This may be the most important point also, the phrase, love conquers all. I'm a housewife myself, but the support I get from my husband and children is immeasurable. I am here now speaking because of them all. The reason is because I'm loved and supported, that I'm able to speak on this topic also, and I wish the same for all women. And as I mentioned earlier, if a husband loves his wife, then he will understand her plight. He will know to what extent he should go in ensuring the customs and traditions that his wife should follow. When this happens, the son or sons will learn firsthand how to love his wife the right way when his time comes. So I think the love factor is very important, because from this, men will understand the condition of their wives, which is really important. And number 4, I would like to put forward the point that self-help is the best help. This point is equally important because I feel that if we women can support, encourage, inspire, and uplift each other, I think we can go a long way. As I mentioned earlier, women all over the globe, and in particular our state, are also making great progress in spite of the limitations we face. So I'm looking forward to the day when we will have equal representation. We can have a better world for all of us. To conclude, I would like to say, let us support, encourage, and inspire each other, and together we can make our voice heard. Thank you.